guys, it's Dmitry here, and today we will continue, creating or improving our application. And guys, let's jump straight away to the into the coding part. So guys, as you remember, this is the last state of our application, right? So essentially, you can switch between links, right, or between routes. And also, like you can see, we define like this basic structure, right, of our pages. And now guys, let's just develop a new stuff, right? Okay guys, first thing I would like to do, I would like to get rid of this green stuff. I will start from infrastructure page, or this infrastructure, the resource route. So what I'm going to do first, I'm going to kill this colors, unnecessary colors. I'm going to say, let's just get rid of that. Cool. And now what else? Yeah, I think we don't need any color here. Okay, let's just keep it for now. So what I'm going to do next, I'm going to create a new component, and I will call this component card. And because this card, as you guys probably saw in a previous tutorial, the card is going to represent the like a card that source where I'm going to, for instance, if it's infrastructure, right, then on this page I'm going to talk about infrastructure tools, right? Or we're going to show infrastructure tools, for instance, like Kubernetes or something else, right? We're going to show the actual logo of this tool, we're going to show the name of the actual tool, and then we're going to create a hyperlink, and by clicking on this hyperlink, we're going to redirect user to the actual resource, right, where user can educate himself or herself. So that's the idea, guys. So in this card component, it's going to be reusable component essentially. So guys, let's create it, and it's going to be clear, much clearer, while creating. Okay, new file, card.jsx, and then I'm going to say React import as usual. Then I'm going to define the actual component card, and braces, and of course we have to export it, right? Otherwise, what the point to create it? Default and card, right? Cool. So the skeleton is created, right? So now guys, what I'm going to do here, I guess a couple of things. First thing we have to understand, guys, that because this card, it's going to contain cover image, also we're going to show the name and we're going to show the link, right? We have to keep in mind it when we while developing, right? Cool guys, so I will create a div here, and I'm going to define the actual size, right, of this div. I'm going to say, first of all, of course, we're going to use class name, and in class name I'm going to say flex just for the future, right? Because later on we're going to define like image and all this stuff inside of this div, right? So I can define flex. I can use flex for the future. So I guess I'm going to define color for now. Sorry, let's stick with gray and intensity 200. So then what else? I'm going to define margin -4, and the height I guess is going to be h64, which is, if you go to here, let's see, h64, I would like to show you guys. h64 in Tailwind CSS, it means 16 RAM, right? Which is around 160 pixels. Cool. So let's move back. Alright, I think it's enough for now, and let's move on back to infrastructure index. Again, guys, before importing, okay, let's import it. And it's not going to harm us. And what else? Okay, so now I'm going to say, yeah, just keep it as it is for now. So guys, now important step is I'm going to create a JS file here, or file with JS extension, JavaScript file. Okay, new file, I will call it samples, and I will explain you why do I need this file. So guys, this file is going to contain array with links, right, or with stuff that we need for this card. Just imagine, again, we need a name, right, of each resource. We need a logo, and we need a logo, and we need the actual URL, right, in order to redirect user. So, and also obviously, you know, I'm going to specify two hyperlinks or two URLs, and I'm going to specify the actual name. So it's going to be 3 attributes, right, per object. Okay guys, let's create array. So, and I will call it const infrastructure equal to an actual array, and inside it's going to be multiple objects, right? For the convenience sake, I'm going to define ID, which can be really convenient in case of React, because in some cases, in order to iterate through stuff, you need to specify so-called keys, guys. And later on, I guess we're going to discuss about that. Maybe not in this tutorial, but definitely later on, at some stage, I'm going to discuss about that. So then, guys, name, which is essentially name of resource, right? Or the name of the tool that we're going to, you know, to show, or like name of, for instance, in case Kubernetes or Terraform, something like that, right? Okay, let's first specify Kubernetes. And guys, for now I just define one piece for the convenience sake, and then we come back to this file here. And one more thing, actually two more things, right? It's going to be link here, that's how I would like to call it. And I already kind of know the website where you can find information about Kubernetes. It's official website. And one more thing, I already kind of researched, and I found that you can find logo, Kubernetes logo, and it's a PNG file. I'm going to just copy and paste that I already found. And again, it's not a kind of a realistic example, because in reality is when you create like for like a real platform, you cannot do that, right? Because this link or this source can be deleted, and then you basically screwed, right? So yeah, that's how it is. But in our case, I think it's okay for like in order to show like how it works. But for your understanding, like for instance, you can put this resource as the assets in the project itself, or otherwise, I don't know, you can place it somewhere in AWS S3 bucket, guys. It's another way. And if you don't know what S3 bucket is, just Google it, guys. It's one of the AWS services. Cool. So I think it's enough for now, and let's move back to index. So what I'm planning to do here, I'm going to say like so. First of all, I'm going to define okay, let's start from we need to import samples, right? Import samples, and I'm importing essentially this array. And guys, here before that I haven't done yet, so I need also to export it, right? In order to export it, that's how you're doing this kind of stuff in case of JavaScript. You specify model.export and equal to what exactly you would like to export, infrastructure in our case. And now you can import it somewhere else, right? For instance, I'm going to import it here. So let's import it, and I'm going to define common samples. Wait, it's not common, right? It's essentially it's the same folder. So now I can use it, right? So samples, guys, remember it's an array, right? So and we can iterate, and I will show you how to implement it, guys. This iteration stuff. Dot map. So we can use map method, right? In order to work with this array. And then inside I'm going to say sample, because we're going to iterate through each item. And the beauty is you can define actual component here, right? And pass this sample to actual component, which is pretty cool. Okay, card. This is our component, right? So, and now also I'm going to pass it, right, as a prop. So I'm passing this sample as a prop, guys. And sample, guys, as you remember, okay, sample, it's each object from this array, right? For example, now it's just one object here, right? And then we're going to pass like this object essentially, right, as a sample here. So sample equal to sample, right? Cool. I think in general we're ready to go. So you already can see, guys, right? We have this ugly piece. This is our new component, and we're going to work on this one, guys. By the way, I'm going to change it for now here. Okay, so, and I'm going to say flex grow 1. I think we keep it. And then I'm going to say flex and flex row. Okay, let's see. Alright guys, first thing first, we need to define, let's define image first. Image, and that's actually image is a standard CSS tag, right? That's how you can show image, but still we have to use class name, right? Because it's again it's a JSX, right, thing. So, and I'm going to define h48, and this is the actual height of this cover photo, right? Going to be, and I'm going to define width 52, and it's already arguing for some reasons. I guess I know why. I need to call this tag. Sweet. So now guys, I need to define, I'm going to say alt in order to describe it, and I don't know, we say infrastructure, I guess. This is infrastructure. Cool. And now actual source, right? You can see guys, it appeared, right? So, and now I'm going to say source equal, and guys, props dot sample, right? As you remember, we pass in sample, so we pass in prop here, and then we need actual cover photo, right? As you remember, I called this attribute as a cover, right? And straight away guys, here you can see here, right? That's how it appeared. That's, yeah, we already passing it, which is pretty cool. So guys, next thing, what I'm going to do, I need to define the actual sample name, right? Or the name of this tool, right? So, and before that, I guess I need some margins, define some margins. First, I'm going to define div, new div. And inside of this div, I'm going to define two items, right? Which is another div. It's the first item. So, and this div going to carry actual name, right, of the tool. And I'm going to say props.sample.name, obvious, and here we go, name appeared, right? So now I'm going to define some styling stuff. I'm going to say class name, and I guess mb-2, which stands for margin bottom. So, and one more thing, I'm going to define here also some margins. Margin left first, I guess, -2, and margin top -1, I guess should be enough. Here we go, top and left. Cool. By the way, I'm not sure even we needed, okay, I think we needed, yeah, because later on I'm going to define like another this hyperlink, and in this case we need to separate this name from hyperlink, right? So it's a good idea. Okay guys, now actual a tag, and inside I'm going to say class name. I'm going to set text and define dark. And guys, obviously I already kind of experimented before with all this stuff, because otherwise it would a lot of waste of time, you know, if I'm going to experiment while, you know, creating this tutorial. But trust me, like later on you can play around with the styling stuff anyway. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I'm going to define the actual reference. And guys, again, I'm going to pass actual link here, right? As you remember, one of the attributes in this object that we're passing, it's a link. And of course, it's the same way as we accessing it, sample.link. Okay, so, and I guess one more thing, define target equal to blank in order to open it as a new page. Show the resource, that's how I would like to call it. So here we go, and you can see already, right? It's the styling is working. When you're hovering, it's a hover effect, and it's becoming blue. Cool. Let's check it out, guys. Here we go, guys. Yeah. So that's the idea, guys. You're going to be navigated straight away, right? So yeah, pretty cool. I guess you as satisfied as I am, guys. Let's move on, I guess. I'm going to create extra samples here, extra objects. New object going to be, okay, let's copy and paste in order to accelerate the process. So 2, and okay, the second one I'm planning, it's a Terraform. It's another cool tool, guys. I recommend you to read about that if you're interested. Terraform, and then I have the actual link, guys. So, and actual cover, right? Actual cover. Here we go. Let's see. Okay, it's not ideal at the moment. We're going to work on the styling, right? But you can see that the idea, right? Now we're going to navigate here to Terraform and so on. So guys, I think I'm going to wrap up this tutorial for now because it's already quite long, 25 minutes long. So yeah, I think it's better to split it up. Let's just continue with developing in the next tutorial, guys. Thank you very much, guys, for watching. I hope you like it. Please, guys, like this tutorial, and I'll see you next time, guys. I hope you still excited, and yeah, we're going to finalize all this stuff, guys, in the next tutorial. See you guys. Goodbye.